Coach Freidhof, I got 4 kids moving on from the sectional meet hosted here at Luther College today. Your overall thoughts on the day, a 3rd place finish for the guys?
Well, historically it was a better day than the last time we wrestled sectionals at Luther, and we felt pretty good about those 4 guys coming in. You know, felt Kaiser stuck to his attacks, pretty dominant in his performance. You know, probably want to finish a little bit stronger in that last match. We kind of got out of position a little bit, but we're sitting in a good spot going forward. We feel good about the opponents that we're going to see from the other side. Philip doing what Philip does. Very short time. We like to say a short day at the office in his situation. Like when he's able to get to dominant positions and able to finish things right away, we don't need to mess around. 32, you know, we had that rematch with Rogers. You know, kind of an interesting bracket. I should kind of go back to the fact that really good West Delaware kid, you know, was unfortunately injured, not able to participate. But one of those things, 0-0, we follow the protocol. You want to have the choice if you get to ultimate tiebreaker, so we choose down thing when we get 1. You know, we let those legs in a little bit. We're going to have to work on that, and I think both Jackson at 132 and Andy at 195, there's some things as coaches we've already talked about that we kind of have for a plan of attack, and I'm going to tell you from our perspective, you know, even though we would like to get the win in the sectional title, we like the fact that we saw some things, we have it on film, and we can really work some technique-wise. But, you know, he's continuing to do great things, and we're excited about his opportunity in districts. Andy, you know, we have a good first period against Goebel. Same situation, you know, 0-0 going into the second. If it comes down to a close match, you go down. Again, probably some things that we need to work on in the room from the bottom position, how we're going to attack, the pressure, everything else. But again, we know that Goebel's a good wrestler, and we feel good even as the runner-up coming out of sectional with our matchups and pairings in districts. Other guys, you know, we had some situations, probably we didn't get some seeds. Would have loved to see Brendan Lovestoon and Eli Mitchell. If we would have had the criteria to maybe be a 4 or 5 or even a 3, I guess, for Brendan to see what those matches up. But you don't have those. That's part of the whole wrestling season. If you don't have the opportunity to be at your weight or get some head-to-head matchups, that's kind of where you got to make your own breaks at the sectional tournament. It was nice to see Brandon Gulrud come out and keep wrestling for the whole 6 minutes and get his first varsity win and varsity pin. And the other guys, you know, Andy Murphy had a great opportunity to come back. You know, we had the close match against West Delaware in the semifinals. We probably needed to pull the trigger a little bit more, and then we did that in the wrestleback. But again, we give up some of those takedowns where get to that next level, we got to learn to defend them and fight a little bit more. And I think a lot of that is we kind of had to weather the storm there at the beginning. Next time we'd like to come out and beat a storm. But overall, learning experience. We're what we consider as coaches a young team today. Our 2 seniors that we had wrestling are moving on, and look for big things from them. We got the 2 underclassmen with Jackson as a freshman and Kaiser as a sophomore. We don't want this to be a learning experience. We want this to be an opportunity to get downstate because we can do some big things if we do that. But the rest of us, we need to make sure we go back to our goal books and write some things down right away. And even though we may be technically done for the season, it's time to start working on stuff already from next year. How we're going to get stronger, how we're going to get more technically sound. Those guys should be in the room helping those guys district tournament and already starting to make themselves better.
Well, everyone wants to get 14 from sectionals to districts, but you got a pretty darn good 4 heading to Independence next week.
We do have a good 4. It's going to be an exciting time. Viking fans should be very proud and look forward to big things a week from today.
Coach Freidhof after sectionals.